This is the Tier 10 Italian auto-reloading medium tank, the Progetto 65, the most popular Tier 10 medium tank in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, I absolutely love this tank. A while back, I said that this is my favorite tank in the game. And there are many, many reasons behind that. The biggest one, though, is the auto-reloading capabilities. Now, what is so strong about the gun? Because when you look at it on paper, 2500 DPM, well, when you compare that to a vehicle, let's say like the Leopard 1 that's got over 3500 DPM, yeah, this tank has 1,000 less damage per minute. But what's funny is that if this tank has a fully loaded gun, you are able to easily outdamage per minute a vehicle like the Leopard 1. Now, the reason behind that is because with your 3 shells loaded, you're able to dump out 1,050 effective damage in a matter of 6 seconds. That is incredibly strong. That's over half of any Tier 10 medium hit point pool, and a third of even the strongest Tier 10 super heavies like a mouse. Now, with that 1,050 damage, you're able to then reload a single shot after 7.5 seconds for another 350 damage, bringing it up to 1,400. One more shell average on that, and you're going to be able to actually kill any Tier 10 medium. So it's going to take you about 5 shells and 14 seconds, 15, 16 seconds to kill an entirety of a Tier 10 medium. That is incredibly dangerous. And with that gun, you are able to ruin people's days. And the thing about auto reloaders is normally when you see a medium tank, if you don't poke it, you're not really losing much. But in a vehicle like this, if you don't poke it, it's gaining damage per minute. If, let's say, I'm up against a Leopard 1 and I shoot 2 or 3 shells into it, what I'll do is I'll back up and I'll load in 1 shell. Once I've loaded in 1 shell, that Leopard, if it were to trade with me, is going to lose that trade already because we're going to trade evenly. And if he lets me continue to sit back there, I'm just going to reload another shell after another shell after another shell. You can see I've got 2 shells loaded into the clip already, and we're about to get our third. 3, 2, 1, bang, there you go. So that's it. We've got 3 shells in the gun, and that's 1,050 damage ready to rock. Now, this vehicle also has some pretty decent mobility, and the hull armor is incredibly troll. I bet a lot of you have the horror stories of bouncing 183s and incredibly high caliber guns off of the upper plate of a Progetto. It can be extremely agitating at certain moments. Now, I'm going to be careful here. I know that they have an FE2 and 5B 183. They've also got a WZ121 over here. And I don't know exactly what the 183 has planned. There he is, to be exact. And he can't get any shells into me currently, which is perfect. We're going to get 1 shot into the Leopard, and we're going to get... no, not a second shell out yet. I do see that 183 pushing quite aggressivo, which is not in my forte. And that Leopard actually got a very, very lucky pen right into my vehicle. We've also got the Bat Chatillon. Man, their entire team is basically here. Not what I had in mind, but you know what? We're going to do the best we can. Let's get 2 shots into that Sheridan, and of course, because I'm on auto reloader, let's finish him off. Perfect. This is a weird battle. I'm going to be honest, I didn't read their lineup, but they got 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks that are quite fast. So that's something I've got to keep an eye out for. But the good news is that my team also has some very, very fast tanks, and it looks like they're getting some pretty damage numbers into the enemy team. We got that E5 off to the side. Let's go for 1 shell into the side of that E5. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get another out, but the good news is I'm just going to reload our clip again. That 183 is off to the side, and hopefully we'd be able to spot him, but it doesn't look like we are just yet. Let's get 1 shell into you, and maybe even a shell into the Bat Chatillon. There you go. A little bit of a love tap, and you're taken out. With that 183 looks like he was aiming at me, but yeah, it doesn't look like he's getting the shell in. So there you go. That was a very, very easy game. And the Progetto, while obviously didn't fully contribute into this battle, definitely helped out quite a bit. So let's see. We got the T22 medium over off to the side. We got the E5, who's quite healthy. Don't know about that E100, and our E100's pushing over here as well. I'm going to push straight over here, and ooh, baby, let's go. Speed is key, as always. I'm going to be careful here. Obviously, that E100's out in the open, and it looks like the T22 is absolutely getting a farm fest on him. But I don't really want to farm the E100. I want to go for vehicles like the 183, because this is a tank that I can farm. So that's exactly what I'm going to try and do. Now, we've also got the E5 off to the rear, so let's get 1 shell into you. There you go. Beautiful shell into the 183. And now we get 1 more shell into you, and let's get 1 more out. Now, with that, we're already at around 2,700 damage. That's not bad at all. Actually, no, we're over 3,000. Look at that. That is, again, how easy it is to rack out damage in your auto reloaders. Beautiful high explosive shell into you. And with that, that's it. That is how easy you can bring over 3,000 damage to the table in a vehicle like the Spagetto. I absolutely love the gun. I love the tank's mobility. And even though that battle started off very interestingly, that was still 3,600 damage. So you can see just how influential a tank like the Progetto can be. Now, of course, let's load in the one more battle. One good game, yeah, you can get lucky, or just sometimes get a good game out. But the second battle, usually I like to add on there just to put a bit of icing on the cake. So, the biggest issue I would say with the Progetto is the fact that its gun is not accurate. It's in fact the least accurate tier 10 medium, apart from like the WZ-121, but that carries 420 damage per shot. This tank doesn't, and it also doesn't have that incredible aiming time. So, it does have some massive weak spots. We're also up against the double Yo platoon, which is basically toxic as heck, so a little worried about that. Don't really want to play too much with double Yo, but we're going to try our best. As I did say, this tank is very enjoyable to play, so either way, I'm going to enjoy it. Let's get into position here. I'm going to get right up in an aggressive position. As I said in the previous battle, this tank is very, very quick. So because of that, you are able to get into positions nicely. It used to be a lot quicker before they did nerf the actual acceleration of it, but it doesn't stop it from easily reaching upwards of 50 kilometers per hour. Right now we're going 55, so yeah, that's pretty dang solid. There is the 2 Yos, which is good. The fact that both of the Yos are going there means that we can easily flank as, medium tanks. There is a 4005, though. Getting a blind shot into me, not enjoying that. Thank you very much, teammates. Well, not my teammates. I just guess thank you very much for my luckiness there. Let's push off to the side, though. I'm hoping that we can get behind maybe a vehicle like the grill. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Okay, so what do we have? Well, we got the 121 and the AMX-30B over here. We got a 121 pushing very aggressively across. I cannot get a shell into that at all. And we got the 30B, who did get a beautiful bounce into my side. So what are we going to do right now? Well, the 121 is a bit of a threat. I'm also worried that they might have tank destroyers like the Gorilla 15. But right now, because I do have that clip, of course, that is a lot more helpful for taking out vehicles like this player over here. I'm also a little worried about that 30B, though. Let's go for the WZ-121. There you go. Nice tap into him. Let's go for a second tap. There you go. And maybe even a third. Yeet. No, we didn't get the third out. I was hoping just maybe we'd be able to. But either way, that guy's already lost a pretty hefty chunk of hit points to my vehicle. And I'm going to try and big brain him here. If he's going to try and run away, we're going to try and get a slap right into the side of his tank. Hello, 121. Where are you going? Okay. Apparently not. Apparently my luck is just not good right now. So we got the 121 off to the side. We got the 30B over here, who I can't get a shell into. And my 121 is just bleeding like no tomorrow. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and take out the enemy 121. I'm thinking that is the biggest brain plan I can deal right now. So let's do just exactly that. There's one shell in. And, well, let's keep going. I know that he's decently quick, but he's not as quick. Aha! Thank you, teammate. Perfect. So that guy's taken out. We do have the 30B over here, but hopefully I'm going to be able to save my teammate. I'm hoping that the enemy 30B makes a very stupid push, and we're going to get a nice tap in. Beautiful. And let's go for one more tap. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Oh, baby. We're doing good. Again, this tank, you can see the gun, it struggles here and there with its accuracy, but thankfully, this 268 helped me out some big time, and yeah, look at that. We're easily coming out with this victory so far. Now I'm going to continue to push my way up on over here. Maybe we can get a nice shell into the Grill 15. Let's, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful bounce there. There's one shell, two shells, and three into the Grill. Obviously, being an auto loader gave me the ability to get a nice clip into that guy. So, oof, this is really, really tricky stuff, but we're doing a pretty solid job getting at that damage. There you go. Another nice tap in. We are at 3,221 damage this battle, and again, we're just going to try and get another tap into you. Beautiful tap into the roof of the 4005. With that, we've got the enemy object, the 268, coming up on the rear of the sky, and let's go for another HE. Oh, he's not running Spalliner. The travesty. Oh, boy, this poor guy. So let's go, of course, for one more shell. Boop. There you go. 362. You're taken out. And there you go. That's the Progetto. 4,374 damage in the second game, and that was not an easy battle. I got some really lucky bounces here and there, but overall, again, that clip saved me in certain scenarios. I was able to clip that 121 quite a bit. I was able to get two shells into that AMX-30B because he underestimated my tank, I guess, but that is what this tank's capable of doing. We completely demolished that grill. A Leopard would have not out-reloaded that grill's second shell. So I got very lucky there. And that's something that tanks like this are just able to do. I love the Progetto. That was not English. I love the Progetto because of what it's able to do in the game, how influential it can be, and a lot of people love this tank. That's probably why it's the most played tier 10 medium. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Now, would I suggest to grind this tank? Yes, 100%. It's a great grind. The Standard B, the Pantera, and this tank are all easy. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic line. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.